back in the stands today. Four. Wyatt's relay is lane 6. Sean's relay is lane 2. Everything is safe. All right, let's go.
We welcome you into Cornerstone Aquatic Center here in West Hartford, Connecticut for WHCI. It's Anthony Altamirano here on the call tonight as Wethersfield Eagles are taking on the Conard Red Wolves. And we've got a great slate of heats for you in today's action, starting off strong with the boys' 200-yard medley relay. It's Cooper Schwartzman and Zachary Sergiatis in lane 1. Lane 2 is Wyatt Tavares and Ari Nash. And both of those are from Wethersfield. In the third lane is Sean Jorgensen and Kaysen Barassi in Wethersfield. And then in lane 4, it's Finn Isaacson and Luke Scheinfeld. This is the 200-yard medley relay. To go along in lane 1, Daniel Broken, Reese Kadanak. Lane 2, along with Wyatt Tavares and Ari Nash, is Manny Feliciano and Mason Kolpa. And in lane 3 with Sean Jorgensen and Kaysen Barassi is Charlie Aglicio and Sam Stanjarone. And in lane 4 for Conard with Finn Isaacson and Luke Scheinfeld is Connor Fasha and Colby Diniak. These swimmers starting off very strong. Everybody's got the high energy in here on both sides. Wethersfield closest to us over here in production. And then over towards the flag is the Conard side. So first place goes to lane 5 with a time of 1:46.14. Second place is lane 4 with 1:46.93. Third place, lane 6 with a time of 2:02.02. And then in fourth place is the lane 2 with a time of 2:13.28. For event number 2, the boys 200-yard freestyle. This is James Hill from Wethersfield, Paxton Smith out of Wethersfield, Philip Krasinski out of Wethersfield, James Olaffer out of Wethersfield. Then in lanes 5 and 6, the two Conard swimmers, Matthew Kroll and James Delabero. Right now, Korzinski and Loffer in first and second place, respectively, with Kroll and Smith not too far behind. The swimmers making it a close battle, now creating some type of separation between each other. And it's James Laufer who's got the lead now. Now Laufer is creating immense separation between his fellow swimmers. But it's Korzinski that's coming up on his tail now. They're almost neck and neck. Korzinski gaining traction on Laufer. It's their race to lose. Now Korzinski and Laufer even closer now. Oh, this could be interesting. Laufer trying his hardest. He sees the end in sight. It's Laufer with a win. James Laufer takes it. Just barely by 4 seconds, or 2 seconds. At a time of 1:54.17. He takes it. And Philip Korzinski not too far behind him, coming in second, 1:56.67 his time. In third place, Matthew Kroll, 2:03.43 his time. Fourth place goes to James Hill with a time of 2:12.44. Fifth place goes to James Delapero, the time of 2:17.51. And it's sixth place in lane 3 with a time of 2:27.83. It's Paxton Smith. Oh, we move on to event number 3 in the boys 200 yard IM. It's Zachary Sergiatis and Ethan Miller, both out of Wethersfield, along with Daniel Broken out of Wethersfield, and then Colby Dynack and Malaki McDonald out of Conard. 2 Conard swimmers in lane 5 and 6, and the 3 Wethersfield swimmers in lanes 2 through 4. And right now it's sort of a neck-and-neck battle between McDonald and Broken. And both of them are just about neck and neck, with Dynack not too far behind him. Well, and it's all about even now. Those 3 swimmers at the top. They're just about even with each other. And it's Stergianis and Miller trying to catch up. But Dynack, Broken, and McDonald are head. They are right there with each other. It's a race that is going to come down to a photo finish, it looks like. And now it's Broken. He's starting to create a little bit of a separation, not too much, just a slight lead. As Dynack falls just slightly behind the 3-headed monster of juggernauts that consumed the top 3 spots. Broken and McDonald now back to head and head. McDonald starting to create just a little bit of a lead for himself. Oh, and here he goes. Now McDonald. Oh, this is a great stretch of racing for McDonald. Now he's got himself a big lead. And he'll win it on that one. That is a great way to finish. McDonald, just at the very end, pushes away for the victory. 2:13.34 his time. And in second place, not too far behind him, Daniel Broken with a time of 2:16.03. Third place is Colby Dynack with a time of 2:17.67. Fourth place goes to Zachary Sergiatis with a time of 2:23.18. And finishing last in this heat is Ethan Miller with a time of 2:37.03. So it's Malachi McDonald winning it for Conard and the boys 200-yard IM. Now we move on to the next event, the boys 50-yard freestyle. It's Reese Kadanak out of Wethersfield and James Shedgdor also out of Wethersfield. Along with those two, it's Mason Culpa and Charlie Aglico and Manny Feliciano, as well as Stan Jarone. Those are the Wethersfield swimmers. And then the final two swimmers in this event, Matthew Robinson and Luke Scheinfeld out of Conard. And so it's Manny Feliciano winning this one, the time of 23 seconds on the dot. Second place goes to Charlie Agliaco, 24 seconds, just a second behind him. And in third place, that goes to Sam Stangerone, time of 24:45. Fourth place goes to James Sejdour with a time of 24:91. Fifth place goes to Luke Scheinfeld with a time of 24:92. Sixth place goes to Mason Culpa, time of 27:63. Seventh place goes to Reese Kadanak with a time of 27:64 and with a time of 30:69. In eighth place comes Matthew Robinson. So just like that, we're through four events. Again, it was Manny Feliciano winning it for Wethersfield in this event, the boys 50-yard freestyle. And then the previous one, it was Malachi McDonald winning the boys 200-yard IM. Coming up next, we have the diving section of today's event. It'll be boys 1 meter diving. That'll be all Wethersfield. Be Luke Paul Mightier, James Shedgdor, Brandon Pelling, and Kason Barassi. They'll be facing off again. Those are all Wethersfield swimmers. This will be event number 5, the boys 1 meter diving. As those swimmers get prepared for that, we will be with you shortly. All the action here at WHCI. We'll be back after the break.
Oh yeah, it's not on yet, so it's not. Say so. Just making sure the colors are right too, because we have it. We are live streaming too on yeah, WHCI it's West Hartford Community Interactive. So it's on YouTube for the game. Yep. Okay, so,
Okay. Oh yeah, I see it on here.
perfect. So you can go to, yep, and then first you, oops, I select the source.
Oh,
I'm
Frank.
upside down. Which one is Frank?
Frank is right now on 3.
Okay. I don't know why it went black, but we'll focus on that later. All right, good. There we go, and then we just do the settings. So we do half speed, and then turn off our audio.
In 10 seconds.
Yes, yeah. That should be it.
Yay.
All right, I'm gonna go see who to give the mic to, if anyone.
Okay. Judges Awards, 5, bingo. Luke, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4.
It'll be 5.5, 6.5, 7.5 for James Sejador on his first dive.
401B, inward dive pike, 1.5.
This will be Brendan Pelling, our next diver. Well, 4.5, 5.5, 4.5 for Brendan Pelling.
401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4.
So 4.5, and 4.5 for James Sejador.
Back dive straight, 1.7.
This will be Case and Barassi.
Judges Awards, 5.5, 4.5, 5.5.
This will be 4.5, 5.5, and 4.5 for Case and Barassi on that last dive.
Inward, 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. Judges Awards, 5, 6, 6.
So 5, 6, and 6. The awards on the last dive.
Brendan, 402.
Coming up is Brendan Pelling.
Pike, 1.7. It says 402B, inward somersault pike.
Looks like a last minute change to his dive. 3 and 4 are the awards from that last dive from the judges. It's Brendan Pelling, that last dive. Six, 5.5, and 5.5 of the awards to James Sejdor for that last dive. Next diver will be Kaysen Barassi. Five and a half, 5, and 5 for Kaysen Barassi on that last dive. This will be Luke Polmatier. Four and a half, 5, and 4 to Luke Polmatier. Oh, excuse me, on that last one, it's actually 4.5, 5, 4.5. This will be Brendan Pelling. Five, 4, and 4 for Brendan Pelling on that last dive. Getting ready for James Sejdor. Well, 4.5, 4.5, and 4 for Sejdor on that last dive. We're back to Kaysen Barassi. 2, 2.5, and 2 for Barassi on that last dive.
Forward, 1.5 somersault height, 1.7.
This is Luke Polmatier.
Judges awards, 7, 6.5, and 6.5.
7, 6.5, and 6.5 for Polmatier on that last dive. Brendan Pelling will be the next diver.
2.1. Judges awards, 4.5, 5.5, 4.5.
4.5, 5.5, and 4.5 for Brendan Pelling on that last dive. This will be James Sejdor now. A 4.5 bingo for James Sejdor on that last one. On Kasim Barassi.
1.5 somersault top, 1.6. Judges awards, 4, 4.5, 4.
4, 4.5, and 4 for Barassi on that last dive.
5-1, 3-2-D, forward, 1.5 somersault, 1 twist, 3, 2.2. Judges awards, 4.5, 6, 5.5.
4.5, 6, and 5.5 for Luke Polmatier.
Brendan, 103D,
On now back to Brendan Pelling.
somersault height, 1.7. Judges awards, 5, 5.5, 5.
5, 5.5, and 5 for Pelling on the last one. And now it's James Sejdor, the next diver.
1.6. Judges awards, 5.5, 5.5, 5.
5.5, 5.5, 5. The award from the judges.
Round, Mason, 301A, reverse dive straight, 1.8.
This is the final round now. Case and Varsity, the next diver. Four, 3.5, and 3.5 on Barasi's final dive. This will be Luke Pomatier's final dive now.
Judges award, 6, 6.5, 5.5.
6, 6.5, and 5.5 for Luke Pomatier on his final dive. And now it's Brendan Pelling.
Forward, 1.5 somersault, half twist 3, 2.1. Judges award, 3.5, bingo.
3.5 bingo on his last dive. Now it's James Sedgdor.
Somersault tuck, 2.2.
Five bingo on his final dive. As that concludes the diving portion, that'll be event 5. When we move on to event number 6, the boys 100-yard butterfly. That'll be a single heat, 8 swimmers, 2 from Conard and 6 from Wethersfield. We'll take a small break and be back with the action. You're watching WHCI. Back here on WHCI, we have moved along to the next event. It is the boys 100-yard butterfly. This is event 6. Like I mentioned last time, 6 swimmers are from Wethersfield, 2 from Conard. It's Zachary Sturgiadis and Ethan Miller, along with Wyatt Tavares, Ari Nash, Sam Stanjarone, Christopher Cola, 1 through 6. Those are the lanes, 1 through 6, and also those are all Wethersfield swimmers. And then the 2 Conard swimmers in lane 7, Colby Daniak and Connor Fajah in lane 8. That's who we've got swimming in this one, and it looks like Wethersfield is taking it. Sam Stanjarone with a time of 57:02 takes first. Lane 6, Christopher Cola comes in second with a time of 58:37, and third is lane 4, Ari Nash, with a time of 58:39. In fourth place is lane 3, Wyatt Tavares with a time of 59:99. Lane 2 comes 5th. That's going to be Ethan Miller, 105.49 the time. And then 6th place is lane 8, Connor Fajah, with a time of 108.97. 7th place, lane 7, is Colby Daniak, with a time of 125.08. And it looks like Zachary Sturgiadis had a little bit of a clock issue, but he did place last. And now it's the boys 100-yard freestyle event. Number 7, Cooper Schwartzman out of Wethersfield is in there with Paxton Smith, Mason Kulpa, Connor Dolan, Sean Jorgensen, and Sean Jorgensen. Those are the Wethersfield swimmers. And then Matthew Robinson, Matthew Kroll, and Nick Rumey are the Conard swimmers. And the lane order is in that order as I read the names, lanes 1 through 8. And right now it's lane 5, Jorgensen out of Wethersfield. Looks like he's got the lead. And not too far behind him is Dolan, along with Robinson. Well, those 3 are at the top of the helm right now, fighting it off. And it is going to be Jorgensen coming first, time of 52.78. Wethersfield takes that one. And then lane 4, Connor Dolan, time of 54.90, coming in second place. Third place is going to be lane 6, Matthew Robinson, with a time of 55.27. Lane 8 coming fourth, that's Nick Rumey, 56.79 his score. 5th place goes to lane 2. That's going to be Paxton Smith out of Wethersfield, 104.20. Or excuse me, no, 58.11 is his time. And 6th place, it's going to go to lane 1. That is the time of 104.28. And that is going to go to Cooper Schwartzman. 7th place goes to lane 3. She's Mason Kulpa, time of 104.33. And last place is lane 7 with a time of 105.36, Matthew Kroll. This is going to be the 500-yard freestyle. So there are 5 swimmers in this, 3 Wethersfield, 2 Conard, in the order of which they swim. It is James Hill, Philip Krasinski, James Oloffer. Those are the Wethersfield swimmers in that order. Malachi McDonald and Finn Isaacson are the 2 swimmers from Conard. Now this is a battle of stamina between these swimmers. This is the longest event you will see today. And that is to do with the fact that it's not a relay. It is them by themselves for 500 yards. And right now, it's a battle between McDonald and Loffer. And they are way ahead right now. Laufer and then McDonald. The 1 and 2 McDonald specifically in first. Laufer trailing just barely. Again, this is a battle of stamina and endurance. Looking ahead, we have only a few more events left. 200-yard freestyle relay, followed by the 100-yard backstroke. And then the 100-yard breaststroke, followed by the 400-yard freestyle relay. That will finish us off for the night. In the meantime, I do have the final numbers from our diving event, the only one and only. I'll read those for you with a score of 205.10 out of Wethersfield High School, Luke Polmatier. He wins that event. Again, a final score of 205.10. In second place, also from Wethersfield. These are all Wethersfield divers. In second place is James Shejdor with a score of 158.30. That was his final score. So some big separation at the top. And then in third place was Brandon Pelling. And Pelling had a final score of 139.50. And finally, coming up in final place, fourth place, is Kason Barassi, a score of 130.55. And that's how that event ended. So it goes with a score of 205.10. The winner of that one was Luke Polmatier. So Luke, congratulations to him. Again, all the swimmers out of Wethersfield, or excuse me, all the divers are out of Wethersfield for that one. So that is how that event wrapped up, as we are currently, again, still in this 500-yard freestyle. Again, a reminder is lane 2 is James Hill out of Wethersfield, Philip Korzinski in lane 3, also out of Wethersfield, James Laufer in lane 4 hailing from Wethersfield, and then the two Conard swimmers in lane 5 and 6. Lane 5 is Malaki McDonald, and then in lane 6, Finn Isaacson. And those are your swimmers for this log event. Conard could pick up a big win here and gain some momentum as they head into the second half officially of this swim meet. Right now it looks like James Hill might be pulling away with something special here. Hill creating some separation. The other three swimmers they're all neck and neck. Excuse me, there are 4 other swimmers, but 3 of them are neck and neck. That is James Laufer, Malaki McDonald, and Finn Isaacson, but it's James Hill. He's got a chance to do something special here. Now it's going to come down to the end. Now it's these 3. Oh, it's going to be a close one. A photo finish. McDonald has got a slight lead. And it is going to be McDonald. Just barely. My goodness. Malaki McDonald takes it a time of 5:09.47. And you want to know how close it was? James Laufer coming second with a time of 5:09.52. That is right. Milliseconds separated these two. I mean, he beat him by a hair. Conard picks up a big win there. Coming third will be James Hill. 5:48.25 his time. Fourth place goes to lane 6 is Finn Isaacson. Time of 5:54.99. And in fifth place out of lane 3 is Philip Korzinski. The time of 6:03.83. So it is Malachi McDonald with a very narrow victory on the 500-yard freestyle. Well, are you on the edge of your seat? I hope so. We still got many events to go. It is moving along very quickly now. We're on event 9, the boys' 200-yard freestyle relay. It'll be 3 Wethersfield teams and a Conard team in this one. And for the first Wethersfield team, it consists of Mason Kolpa, Ethan Miller, James Hill, Zachary Sturgiadis. Second Wethersfield team is Connor Dolan, James Sejdor, Paxton Smith, and James Lawfer. Third Wethersfield team is Sam Stangerone, Christopher Cola, Ari Nash, and Philip Krasinski. And then the lone Conard team on this event is Colby Daniak, Matthew Kroll, James Delabero, and Finn Isaacson. Those are the swimmers in this relay. Again, event number 9, the boys' 200-yard freestyle relay. Right now, it's about pretty even early on. It looks like out of lane 2, maybe the slowest one off the rip, but still plenty of time for them to catch up. Nevertheless, the other 3 teams, consisting of 2 Wethersfield and 1 Conard, are battling it out, and it looks like the third Wethersfield team is ahead at the moment. There comes the next swimmers. It's anybody's battle right now. It's going to be a test of speed as it comes down to it. And these teams are definitely creating some separation now. It looks like just the sole Conard team and then the third Wethersfield team are the closest now as they are creating separation from the other 2 Wethersfield teams. So for you watching at home, those are the 2 lanes closest to you. Those are lanes 5 and lane 6. Again, those are the 2 lanes closest to you. Actually, now change that. It's 4, 5, and 6. As 4 and 5 specifically, as 6 has fallen behind just a little bit. And so the winners, Conard, 141.46. Their time, second place goes to the second Wethersfield team, and they are in lane 4 and with a time of 142.16. The third Wethersfield team comes in third place, and they are out of lane 6 with a time of 145.41. And then in last place, the first Wethersfield team, which was in lane 2, they finished with a time of 2:01.36. Conard picking up some crucial back-to-back wins as we head into the boys' 100-yard backstroke. This is Cooper Schwartzman out of Wethersfield, Wyatt Tavares out of Wethersfield, Shawnee Jorgensen out of Wethersfield, and then the 2 Conard swimmers, Luke Scheinfeld and Nick Rome. Those are the swimmers in lanes 2 through 6. Oh, and right now, it's lanes 4 and 5 at the top. It's Scheinfeld and Jorgensen winning this battle at the moment. Falling behind are the other 3 as these 2 create separation at the top. And now they're starting to create separation between each other. This ends up being a finish for lane 5. So Luke Scheinfeld taking this one. 57.69 his time. He wins that one. Lane 4 out of Wethersfield with a time of 59.56. Sean Jorgensen. And then Nick Rune in lane 6 picks up third place with a time of 108.55. And then Cooper Schwartzman, that's 113.68, coming in fourth place. Coming in fifth place with a time of 121.07 is Wyatt Severus. And we move on to our next event, the 100-yard breaststroke. It'll be Reese Katanak, Daniel Broken, Charlie Agliaco, Manny Feliciano, Connor Faja out of Conard, and James Delabero out of Conard. The first 4 swimmers named are all out of Wethersfield. And I'm not sure what the holdup is exactly. There seems to be some discussion right now with the official scorer and Wethersfield coach, and then one of the judges. I'm not sure what they're discussing, but maybe a change of time in one of the swimmers. But it is holding up this next event. Again, this is the boys 100-yard breaststroke. This is event 11 of 12. We are the second to last event. Looks like they came to some sort of conclusion. Again, not sure what the dispute was. But nevertheless, the judge making his way back over as he gets ready to start this next event off. Again, this is the 100-yard breaststroke. Reese Katanak, Daniel Broken, Charlie Agliaco, Manny Feliciano, Connor Faja, and James Delabero. And they're off. So 4 Wethersfield swimmers, 2 Conard. Pretty tight race early on as the front of the pack starts to create separation from the middle and back of the pack. This is where everything starts to get a little bit more interesting. Feeling it out now, the swimmer from Conard, Connor Faja, looks like he's making his way towards the front. Duking it out with Manny Feliciano. Faja creating some nice separation here. He has just been wonderful this swim during this event. So he finishes first, 105.09. How about that? Feliciano coming second at a time of 108.94. And then it's James Delabero out of Conard coming in third, 114.31. Fourth place with a time of 120.69 goes to Charlie Agliaco. And then it's Daniel Broken coming in sixth place, 124.17. And then I actually skipped fifth, which was Reese Katanak, a time of 120.86. So it is Connor Faja winning this one. Another Conard win. This should get interesting when it comes to the final scores. As we get ready for our next event, the last one, it's the boys 400-yard freestyle relay. It'll be 4 Wethersfield teams, 2 Conard teams. We'll list them off for you. And team 1, which is lane 2, so this is going to be 2 through 8. They're skipping lane 7 and they're skipping lane 1. So in lane 2, Wethersfield, Ethan Miller, Cooper Schwartzman, James Hill, and Reese Kadanak. In lane 3, Connor Dolan, Daniel Broken, James Sejdor, Paxton Smith. In lane 4, James Lawfer, Wyatt Tavares, Ari Nash, and Charlie Agliaco. In lane 5, Christopher Cola, Sean Jorgensen, Philip Korzinski, Manny Feliciano. In lane 6, Luke Scheinfeld, Finn Isaacson, Matthew Kroll, and Connor Faja. In lane 8, Malaki McDonald, Nick Rome, Matthew Robinson, and James Delabero. Those are your swimmers. Again, the first 4 teams that were named, all hailing from the Wethersfield Eagles squad, and the last 2 relayed squads are from the Conard Red Wolves. Moving along nicely here. Some nice separation between these teams. They've created distance. Yes, they have. It's so interesting to see, but it seems like a trend all this meet, where they start off pretty neck and neck, and then very quickly it starts to get separated as players are creating distance between each other. Looks like Wethersfield, one of the Wethersfield teams and one of the Conard teams have the lead. It's like Wethersfield team number 1 and Conard team number 2 in the lead right now. That's lanes 2 and 8 on your screen. The farthest lane away from you and the lane closest to you. Those are the 2 to watch. Those are the 2 that have the lead. So top of your screen, bottom of your screen kind of deal right now. For those watching at home, these swimmers, they're creating distance and then starting to pick up traction. Those at the back of the pack starting to gain back some of the traction they lost towards the front of the pack as this becomes a little bit of more interesting race. Starting to become more of a neck-and-neck battle, as it could be anybody's race. Take this time to tell you, if you've enjoyed the content all meet long, then why don't you do yourself a favor, share this, like it, subscribe. Well, there it is, 3:40.64 the time as Wethersfield wins it. That's the team consisting of Christopher Cola, Sean Jorgensen, Philip Krasinski, and Manny Feliciano. They beat out Conard's first relay team consisting of Luke Scheinfeld, Finn Isaacson, Matthew Kroll, and Connor Baja. They come in second place at a time of 3:57.83. So Wethersfield comes in first. The fourth Wethersfield team comes in first, and the first Conard team comes in second. The third Wethersfield team has come in third. That team consisting of James Lawfer, Wyatt Tavares, Ari Nash, Charlie Agliaco, at a time of 4:15.04. In fourth place, the first Wethersfield team at a time of 4:18.44 goes to Ethan Miller, Cooper Schwartzman, James Hill, and Reese Kadanak. And then at a time of 4:23.15, coming in fifth place, the second Wethersfield team consisting of Conard Dolan, Daniel Broken, James Sejdor, and Paxton Smith. And finally, coming in 6th place, 4:27.68 the time, is the second Conard team consisting of Malaki McDonald, Nick Rume, Matthew Robinson, and James Delabero. Well, that does it for that as we wait the final results from the judges. We can see who comes out victorious, the Eagles or the Red Wolves. It was a great battle between these two squads today. Hard-fought swims from all. And it seemed about pretty even. It seemed like both teams had their runs. And now it's just a matter of tallying up the scores and figuring out who is crowned the winners of this swim meet. I said, nevertheless, a great meet indeed. All around, great swimmers, great divers on both sides. Well, if you enjoyed what you saw today, we have more Conard Athletics action this Saturday across the street. In fact, it'll be Conard and Hall hockey, boys varsity taking on each other. You can catch all the action this Saturday live on WHCI. Still awaiting our final scores here for tonight's matchup. Boys swim, Conard and Wethersfield, the Eagles and the Red Wolves. And you hear the team mantra there from Wethersfield. Both teams will talking it all post game as there's the Conard mantra now there. Very respectable from both teams. Again, while we will wait the final scores, the final results, we ask that you subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you turn on the notifications so you know when we go live and when we post right here on WHCI on YouTube. And make sure you give it a like if you enjoyed, and then give it a share. Let people know we're streaming live. Conard and Hall Athletics. Again, this Saturday, you can catch the Titans take on the Red Wolves right here on WHCI, streaming on YouTube. Also, will be live local channel 6, or excuse me, channel 5 in the West Hartford region. right, the final tallies are in with a final score of 90-85. The Wethersfield Eagles have prevailed and won this one here at Cornerstone Aquatics on this Tuesday night in January. Again, score 90-85 from all of us here at WHCI. Jenna and Frank and David, I'm part of my crew. This is Anthony Altamirano saying good night, everybody.